Hey guys, what's up? If you want to learn how to break a set of post hole diggers, let's get right into this thing. So guys, we got started here by just marking out where we wanted the steps. I wanted them to come off right at the front door. And then we took some 6x6s and cut them down to size. And we had to put her handrail up, with a post up for her handrail on the right hand side of the steps. You'll see that in just a second. So we went ahead and notched and cut the other handrail we had to put on the corner of the porch there while we was doing the one for the steps. Then here we laid out the step stringer, and I will post a video or link a video in the description on how I learned to cut step stringers. It's a pretty informative video by the Perkins Builder Brothers. We just took and cut out our first one, and then after you make sure it's right, you can just mark the others with it. Guys, so look here what we got going on. We got our step stringers cut out of those 2x12s treated. We got our handrail post put in here, and we're working with a light I mounted up there. So if you look here, guys, so what we're doing here is we're going to go ahead and just put a few of our boards on, our decking boards, and that way that we get this stringer squared up, and then that'll mark where our hose is. We won't put none down here on the bottom, and then we can dig our post holes. That'll make sense as we do it. I'll put you on time lapse so you can see what's going on. Hey, leave a comment below if you don't understand what I was explaining there. But I believe you get the gist of it. What we did was we just put our stringers up, went ahead and attached them to the band board there on the porch. And we just leveled them, scotched each stringer up, make sure they're level with the board, level laying across all three of them. Once we got them level, to get them square, we used a square against the band and made sure the stringers were square. And we went ahead and put a few of our decking boards on them and screwed them on to keep them square. And then here in a minute, I'll explain how the reasoning for us doing that was that gave us our exact post location without any math involved. And the steps just stayed still, stationary. I dug the post holes with the steps there right beside of them, one beside each stringer. And I hope that makes sense to you guys. That's the first time I've ever done a set of steps like this, or actually the second time. And I really like doing it this way because you go ahead and get them leveled, you get them squared, you get them where they're pretty sturdy, and then you can just dig your post holes right beside. You know exactly where they need to be. No guesswork involved. Let me know in the comments below if y'all have ever done steps like this. Once I got all three holes dug, I went and got the wheelbarrow and got us some water so we can mix up some concrete. By this time, I think it was around 10 o'clock at night. So, getting kind of tired, but I wanted to get those posts concreted in the ground. I think it was supposed to rain the next day. And we just kept working, kept getting with it. Guys, what we're doing here is, pipe here is leveling it up. We got the hose dug. We're going to go ahead and level the steps, which we already have. We've got them just scotched up where they level. Drilled hose so that these don't split, because I'm putting big old 4-inch anchor bolts in them. And once he gets the post level, I'm just going to go ahead and fasten these, and then we can pour concrete in around the 6x6s. Hope that makes sense to you. Let's get with it. Ready? Yep. Perfect. Perfect. Good?
Yeah. It's off a little bit that way.
Just a little, which way?
That way. Way it's where that the hose not dug far enough in the back part of it. It might be able to just go like it. I don't think it's enough to hurt. It's enough to hurt, because it's within.
Oh, it's close. Money.
Good.
Ship it. And we're going to do these other two the same way, and then we'll put concrete in them. But this is cut and dry here. I'll put y'all back on time lapse. The only thing we did was we didn't concrete or post first. We're actually going ahead and leveling the steps and squared the steps, and then we're fastening them to the post, and then we'll just do the concrete last. Now I wanted these steps to be rock solid sturdy, so we cut off a post, measured down in the center hole, cut off a post where it come up just close to the top of that stringer, and it actually ain't even visible after you put the decking boards on the steps. And we concreted all 3 posts in. I think it ended up using around 10 bags of concrete. Needless to say, I made the hose pretty big and deeper than they needed to be, but like I said, I wanted these steps to be super sturdy and last for years and years. I did use the fast setting concrete, and I mixed it pretty wet so it's easy to pour in the hole, but that stuff sets up quick, so we just mixed it up and poured till we got up close to the top of the hole. I think I ended up getting 2 or 3, maybe all 3 of the holes right at the top, so you know, that's a lot. It was quite a bit of concrete. It was kind of an overkill. You don't have to do that much, but you know, I had the concrete, so I just went ahead and used it. Now here, after I got the concrete done, I went ahead and shoveled up my mess I made with the dirt. I won't need all that dirt because I filled the hose with concrete. So while the dirt before the rain hits it, because once the rain hits it, it's going to compact down some. So while it was still good and loose for me just digging it, I went ahead and shoveled up the dirt. Hey guys, so I'm going to do a little overview here. It got dark, as you've seen in the video. I was doing a lot of it in the dark. But steps are super simple. Don't overcomplicate it. I'll put a link to the video on how I learned how to cut these step stringers. First time I've ever cut step stringers. So if I can do it, you can do it. It actually, Jamie Perkins and Eric Perkins of the Perkins Builder Brothers, that's the video where I learned how to do it. It's super simple. I believe anybody with a little bit of common sense can do it the way they done it. I'll link that below. That way you learn how to cut the step stringers. I may do my own video on that later on, but their video's great. So I really appreciate those guys. I've learned a lot from watching their videos. But if you look here, it's 7 steps. I still have to trim this post off. We just cut them long, and then we'll have to trim them off from the bottom of from the step here to the top will be 38 inches. And then of course we'll have to do our handrails from here up to there. We'll cut that one off 38 inches. From here up to there. On this center stringer, where we notch the actual stringer, and that's a treated 2x6, just a random size piece. And we notched that and screwed the actual 2x6 to the stringer before we put the stringer up there. And then we can just screw this through the face of it into the actual band board. I hope this video's helped someone. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions about it, just leave them in the comments below. Super sturdy setup. I think the stringers end up being like, I want to say like 21 inches on the inside apart. Somewhere around there. It's coming along, guys. Still a few more steps. We got to do the handrails all the way around the porch. I'm going to do my 6x6s on the 45s up here. I got to do my soffit and then do the rustic rough sawn lumber up in there. Ceiling fan. Got to run the electrical up for the ceiling fan and the light. And we might put this old porch swing on there. Hey guys, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you watching my videos. God bless all y'all. Keep building.